Hey, Falcons fans! Buckle up, because we're diving into a double dose of Atlanta intrigue that's got me buzzing, and it's all about where this team's headed in 2025. Picture this: Justin Simmons, our one-year safety experiment, is hinting at a Flowery Branch reunion on FanDuel TV, while the Falcons are eyeballing Arkansas wideout Andrew Armstrong for a late-round draft steal. One's a vet who flopped last season but could redeem himself, the other's a raw prospect who might ignite our offense. Defense or offense, which way do we lean? But first, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, don't wait. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Only 1% of viewers actually subscribe. Let's change that. A small action that makes a huge difference. Simmons roller coaster, a discount do-over? Let's start with Justin Simmons. Man, what a wild ride. Last year, we snagged him and Matthew Judon on one-year deals, hoping they'd turbocharge a defense that's been, let's be real, a hot mess. The results? Ouch, 30-plus points allowed in 4 of our last 7 games, including back-to-back overtime gut punches to close out the season. Simmons, a 4-time All-Pro with the Broncos, was supposed to be our secondary savior alongside Jesse Bates. Instead, he looked lost in Jimmy Lake's lifeless scheme. Think 50 tackles, 1 pick, and a whole lot of where's the spark? Judon wasn't much better, and now both are free agents, waiting for a lifeline. But here's the twist: Simmons told Kay Adams he's tentatively open to coming back. Should we bite? Hell yes, but only at a bargain. Last year's $7 million deal was a bust. He didn't earn it. Our secondary's got Jesse Bates, DeMarco Hellams, and newbie Jordan Fuller, but none scream lockdown duo. Simmons, at 32, isn't the speed demon he was, and DBs often hit a cliff post-30. Still, his instincts and ball skills could shine with a fresh defensive coordinator, say, someone like Raheem Morris tweaking the playbook. A one-year, $3 to $5 million deal? Maybe $5.5 million if we're feeling generous? That's a low-risk shot at redemption. Picture him snagging a game-sealing pick like he did in Denver, vintage Simmons, Falcons flavor. It's not a headline grabber, but it's pragmatic, keeps the D afloat while we build. Grade? B-. He's a gamble, but a cheap one. Armstrong's draft buzz, the next defensive spark? Now, flip the script, enter Andrew Armstrong, Arkansas's wideout wonder. The Falcons met him virtually during his pro day, for the Draft Network, and this kid's got my attention. At 6 feet 3 inches, 200 pounds, he's a physical freak, 78 catches, 1,140 yards, SEC leader in 2024. Add a 2023 stat line of 56 grabs for 764, and you've got a guy who produces. His 4.51 40 at the combine isn't blazing, but that size and catch radius scream NFL potential. Arthur Blank's all in on defense for 2025, 5 picks, limited ammo, but a late-round swing at Armstrong could juice up our offense. Think 5th round, number 172 overall per PFF, a developmental gem for a team thin on draft capital. Lance Zierlein at NFL.com calls him long-limbed, tight-hipped with average feet, not a separator, not a burner. But those hands and frame? Gold! He's raw, needs polish on breaks and route running, but imagine him behind Drake London, Darnell Mooney, and Ray McLeod. Penix slinging it deep, Armstrong snagging contested catches like a mini Julio Jones? It's not day one impact, it's long-term upside. Pair him with Simmons' vet presence, and you've got a bridge. Defense holds steady, offense builds depth. Grade? B+. He's a project, but the tools are there. Falcons fans, this could be our sleeper hit. The connection, defense meets offense in Atlanta's rebuild. Here's where it gets fun. Simmons and Armstrong aren't just random moves. They're a pragmatic tag team for Atlanta's 2025 reset. Last season's D was a dumpster fire. Think 389 yards allowed per game late in the year, 0 creativity. Simmons floundered, but a discount deal keeps Bates company while we draft edge rushers like Michael Williams or Malachi Starks at 15. That shores up the now veteran Smart, stabilizing a secondary that bled points. Meanwhile, Armstrong's the future. Penix needs weapons, and with only London and Mooney locked in, our WR depth shaky. A fifth rounder who grows into a number 3 or 4? That's gold when your picks are scarce. Picture this: Week 1, 2025, Simmons picks off a Saints pass, setting up Penix to hit Armstrong on a 30-yard post. Defense and offense clicking, echoing the Falcons' glory days, like when Roddy White and Tony Gonzalez fed off a stout D in 2012. Simmons is the short-term glue, Armstrong's the long-term spark. Together, they're not splashy, they're smart. Atlanta's not chasing headlines, we're building a foundation. Miss on Simmons, and the secondary's toast again. Pass on Armstrong, and Penix is stuck with a thin toolbox. Nail both, and we're not just surviving, we're thriving. Tying it to Falcons soul, lessons from the past. Zoom out, this ain't just about 2025, it's about who we are. Remember 2016? An elite offense with a shaky D, Super Bowl heartbreak. Last year flipped it, Penix showed promise, but the defense tanked us. Simmons and Armstrong bridge that gap. Simmons channels the vet grit of Jesse Bates' 2023 breakout, 14 passes defended, 3 picks. Armstrong? He's the heir to London's physicality, a nod to when we drafted Calvin Ridley late and watched him bloom. It's Falcons DNA, blend now and next, defense and offense, hustle and hope. Simmons keeps us steady, Armstrong pushes us forward, two sides of the same coin, rebuilding with purpose. The big picture, playoffs or bust. Step back, fam, 2025's a make or break year. Arthur Blank's preaching defense, but with 5 picks, we can't ignore offense. Simmons at a discount, say, for $1 million, plus Armstrong in the 5th? That's $5 million and a late rounder for a vet rookie combo that balances the roster. Add a first-round edge like Williams or Starks, and we've got AD that stops bleeding points and O that stretches fields. Flop, and it's another 7-10 slog, fans groaning, Penix scrambling, same old story. Hit it big, and we're 10-7, playoff bound, maybe even stealing the NFC South from Tampa. It's not sexy, it's real. Simmons' experience, Armstrong's hunger, together, they could flip the script. Your call, Simmons, Armstrong, or both. So, Falcons Nation, what's your play? Bring Simmons back on the cheap to anchor the secondary? Draft Armstrong to spark Penix's arsenal? Or roll the dice on both, vet stability meets rookie upside? Drop your hot takes in the comments, I'm all ears. This is our shot to fix the D, fuel the O, and turn 2025 into a statement. Smash that like, share with your crew, and let's debate. Flowery Branch is watching, and we're ready to roar. Go Falcons!